Hello, my name is Julia and this is Space Daily News channel. One of Blue Origin's BE-4 rocket engines exploded during testing last month. The readiness of the BE-4 engines being developed by Jeff Bezos' company determines the timing of the first launch of two launch vehicles, Blue Origin's New Glenn heavy lift rocket and United Launch Alliance's Vulcan Centaur heavy lift rocket. The Vulcan launch vehicle is to replace the Altas-5 and Delta 4 rockets, whose last launches are already booked until 2024. According to CNBC, during the fine test last month, the BE-4 engine exploded about 10 seconds after it started. While no one were ensured the event could push back even further the already several times pushed back dates for the first launch of the Vulcan and New Glenn rockets. Nevertheless, United Launch Alliance's CEO Tory Bruno tweeted that BE-4 engine has already passed qualification tests, meaning that its design is generally reliable. By the way, not so long ago it became known that United Launch Alliance also had problems with the Vulcan Centaur rocket. The debut of this heavy launch vehicle was supposed to take place in early May and send the peregrine lunar lander of a private American company Astrobotic to the moon. However, that launch was postponed after the upper stage of the Vulcan Centaur rocket exploded during testing at NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center on March 29. The Vulcan Centaur launch vehicle is a two-stage rocket with a height of 60 meters and a diameter of 5.4 meters. It's assumed that its first stage will use two BE-4 engines running on liquid methane and liquid oxygen, and its second stage will use two RL-10 engines being developed by Rocketdyne and running on liquid hydrogen and oxygen. Vulcan Centaur in the configuration with 6 side boosters will be able to launch up to 27 tons of payload to low Earth orbit and up to 10 tons to geostationary orbit, and some elements of the rocket's first stage are planned to be reusable. As for the New Glenn launch vehicle, Blue Origin has been developing this launch vehicle since 2012. It's assumed that the rocket will have two stages, a height of 98 meters and a diameter of 7 meters. On the first stage of the rocket, which will be reusable, it's assumed to install 7 BE-4 engines, and the second stage will carry 2 BE-3U engines, also manufactured by Blue Origin, but powered by a hydrogen-oxygen fuel pair. The launch vehicle is expected to be able to launch a payload weighing up to 45 tons into low Earth orbit and up to 13 tons into geostationary orbit. The first launch of this rocket is now scheduled for 2024, and hopefully it will not be postponed due to the recent failed tests of the BE-4 engine. Space Daily News, like, share and subscribe.